Hey everyone, welcome back to NovaRead, where we dive into mysterious books so you don't have to. I'm your host, and today we're sinking our teeth into Bram Stoker's Dracula, the OG vampire tale that's been scaring people since 1897. If you're between 18 and 30, juggling work, school, or just life in the USA, and you want that thriller fix without cracking open a 400-page book, this is for you. And my take on why it still creeps us out. Buckle up. Things are about to get bloody suspenseful. The Invitation to Darkness. It's late 19th century England, but we start in the misty mountains of Transylvania. Our main guy, Jonathan Harker, a young lawyer from London, heads out on a business trip to meet this mysterious Count Dracula. He's all excited about closing a real estate deal. Yeah, Dracula's buying a creepy old abbey in England. But from the jump, Stoker builds this slow burn suspense. The locals are whispering warnings, crossing themselves, and handing Jonathan crucifixes like, "Dude, don't go." You can feel the fear creeping in, that knot in your stomach when you know something's off but can't pinpoint it. Let's call it the journey. Jonathan arrives at the castle, and oh man, the vibes are wrong. Wolves howling outside, doors locking themselves. And Dracula? This guy's pale as a ghost, with eyes that pierce right through you. He doesn't eat, doesn't cast a reflection. Subtle hints that make your heart race. Stoker masterfully triggers that fear of the unknown, like when you're home alone and hear a creak in the floorboards. Jonathan starts journaling everything, which is how we get the story, pieced together from letters and diaries. It's genius, feels real, like found footage horror before it was a thing. Jonathan realizes he's a prisoner. Dracula's got these 3 vampire brides who try to seduce and bite him. Talk about a nightmare date. The suspense ramps up as Jonathan escapes barely with his life, but not before witnessing Dracula crawling down the castle wall like a lizard. Eerie, right? It's that primal fear of being hunted. As a review point, Stoker's writing here is atmospheric gold. He paints Transylvania as this gothic fog of dread, perfect for us modern folks who binge true crime podcasts. The hunt begins. Now, we're in the meat of it, the confrontation. Back in England, Dracula's arrived via a storm-tossed ship, the Demeter, where the crew mysteriously vanishes. Creepy detail. The captain's lashed to the wheel, dead, with a crucifix clutched tight. Stoker dials up the fear, making you imagine what horrors happen at sea. There's Mina, Jonathan's fiancée, smart and resourceful. Her bestie, Lucy, who's turning into a sleepwalking mess. And Dr. Seward, who runs an asylum next door. Lucy starts getting these weird neck bites, growing paler by the night. It's suspenseful as hell. Her mom's dying. Suitors are proposing left and right. But the real terror is Dracula lurking in the shadows, draining her life. Enter Professor Van Helsing, the Dutch vampire expert who's like a mix of Indiana Jones and a mad scientist. He figures out it's vampirism and stakes Lucy after she turns. Brutal scene, blood everywhere, her undead form hissing and writhing. That moment triggers pure fear, the horror of losing someone you love to something monstrous. In my review, this is where Dracula shines as a thriller. It's not just jump scares, it's psychological, exploring themes like sexuality and invasion that still resonate in today's world of pandemics and privacy breaches. Mina gets targeted next. Dracula forces her to drink his blood in a super intense, almost erotic scene that builds unbearable tension. The group, Jonathan now recovered and pissed, Seward, Quincy Morris, the tough American, and Arthur Holmwood teams up with Van Helsing. They arm up with garlic, holy water, and stakes, turning from victims to hunters. The fear shifts to suspense. Will they save Mina before she fully turns? Stoker's pacing here is dramatic, with chases through London fog and asylum break-ins. As someone who's reviewed tons of thrillers, I love how it blends Victorian manners with raw horror. It's conversational in the diaries, making you feel like you're eavesdropping on doom. The final stake, we're racing to the end now. The team tracks Dracula back to Transylvania, a high-stakes chase across Europe by train and horseback. Mina's under a hypnotic link to the Count, adding layers of fear. She's fighting from within, her soul on the line. Stoker keeps the drama high with blizzards, wolf attacks, and gypsy guards. In the castle ruins, it's showdown time. Quincy gets mortally wounded, taking down a minion, but Jonathan and the crew corner Dracula in his coffin as the sun sets. With a dramatic slash and stake, they end him. His body crumbles to dust. Mina's curse lifts. The resolution hits that emotional release, like exhaling after holding your breath through a horror movie. But it's bittersweet. Quincy's sacrifice lingers, reminding us that fighting evil costs. Wrapping my review, Dracula gets a solid 9 out of 10 from me. It's a masterclass in suspense and fear, timeless for its themes of good versus evil, immigration fears, Dracula as the foreign invader, and repressed desires. For you, busy 18 to 30 crowd, it's the blueprint for modern vampires, like in Twilight, or What We Do in the Shadows, but way darker. If you want that adrenaline without the read, this book's essence delivers.